I'm from Group 1.
My name is Tekurasmai.
My name is Eden Pason. I'm currently a student of gender study.
And my name is Sumpon.
Hello, my name is Chiat Vetra and we're from Group 1.
On the 20th of July 2025, we went on a gender study tour to Siem Reap at Bayon Temple and Bayon Temple to examine the gender role of men and women in the ancient time in terms of living lifestyles, education, culture, business, economic, and religion. We had also analyzed how the social structure has changed from generation to generation. As we all know, gender is considered socially and culturally constructed, unlike biological sex, which refers to physical and biological characteristics. Gender is about roles, behaviors, expectations, and identities that a society or culture associates with being male or female or other gender identities. These associations are not inherent or universal, but are learned and reinforced through various social processes. In short, while biology gives us different bodies, society and culture give meaning to these bodies, assigning roles, expectations, and identities that become gender. Based on the evidence that we have gathered from the stone sculptures on the walls of the temples, thanks to our skillful tour guide, Mr. Yusuf Panya, we have come to understand the gender roles of men and women in ancient times and how the social structure changed from generation to generation. In this video, our group members will briefly share the temple's information and construction, analyze the gender role of men and women in terms of living lifestyles, education, business, economic, religion, and elaborate the changes of social structure from generation to generation. A conclusion. And at the very end of this video, all of our group members will share their thoughts and what they have learned from the gender study tour.
I am currently a student of gender study by Group 1, and today is about religion. I have talked about Angkor Wat and Bayon Temple as example to show how religion play an important role in ancient Cambodia. I would like to thank Mr. Yusuf Panya for helping us understand the role of women and men in religion. Angkor Wat is the largest religious complex in the world, covering 162.6 hectares. It was built in the early 12th century by King Suryavarman II, and it was originally dedicated to Vishnu, a god in Hinduism. Later, a Buddhist poem was composed, showing the transition from Hinduism to Buddhism. During the reign of King Jayavarman VII, Mahayana Buddhism became more prominent. Frances Andradevi, the chief consort's main wife of King Jayavarman VII, was a highly educated and influential woman. She played an important role in spreading Mahayana Buddhism. She is considered a remarkable female figure in Cambodian religious history. Bayon Temple was built by King Jayavarman VII at the end of the 12th century. It was dedicated to his father, King Jayavarman II. The main shrine represents Bodhisvara Lokesvara and was called Jamisvara in 1191. A structure at the temple shows dragon hand creature, which represents the Garuda crown. In Hindu mythology, Garuda went to get Amarat, the Vinactor, to save his mother from slavery. This story shows Garuda's gratitude and his willingness to serve as the vehicle of Vishnu. Inscription at the temple also mention a bottle from the Ramayana between Lord Rama and Khmer, a local version of the demon character. The southern part of Bayon Temple was originally dedicated to Buddhism. However, when Brahmanism, Hinduism became dominant again, many Buddhist carvings were destroyed by Brahmin followers. Some Buddhist arts remain untouched, especially carving of the five sons of Pandu, character from the Mahabharata. The central structure of the temple was dedicated King Jayavarman VII's father and had a structure of Bodhisvara Jayasvara. Later, when Hinduism returned to power, the structure disappeared. A special stone plate about the uni, symbol of feminine energy, is used in rituals. When water is poured over it during prayer, it becomes sacred water flowing to the north. Usually, there are one pedestal symbolizing Shiva, but when there are three, it represents the Trimurti, Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma. According to Professor Piquet, the religious identity of some feature to the temple is not very clear. He said it could be Hinduism or it could be Buddhism. Some important concepts: Lokesvara, Paikasa Chakaru, and Panya Paramita.
We've now arrived at Bayon Temple and let's take a look inside.
câu trăm tóc đấy lưng ổn định cho nó cứ ai một thứ khẩn trương thôi tại sao nó có thể từ lấy kinh cả nó tóc nó bị hôn mà bị thứ khẩn trương tôi nói cho nó liền nó ai một thứ khẩn trương này cái cuối tam từ biệt gọi là tía tóc nó ra thì chia tóc xả sệt còn tam nó tiền tía chung cá cứ kia pra milk tóc câu này conวันนั้นก็มีรถคลาสก็ปลาตะแปะวันนั้นมันได้สมัยยืมบัตรนิดประเทศเดียวไหมคือเก็บทับตะโกก็มาขมายอะไรตะโกหรือไงเดี๋ยวกินจับตะโกมุยจะได้กินยกตะโกโหปะมันตะโกสำคัญนะแต่ยังไงนี่คือเชิงตัวเราเรื่องนี้จิตตุเต้นเรื่องตะมุยเองเรื่องตะมุยนั่นคือมีไปหายเลยมีอัตในไปหายได้มีแต่สิ่งนี้มีแต่มีสนุกตรงแก่กลุ่มตะมุยนั่นก็เคยอะไร
My name is Rasmai and I will talk about analyzing the gender role women and men in terms of education. In the ancient time, men have more access at studying than women. Men can be studied at monastery, temple, and can be lead, teach, and preserve knowledge. Women at the time didn't have access in studying at all. But when Antradevi, the second wife of Jayavarman VII, had promoted female education so that women can study at nunneries for studying Buddhist teachings and become teacher, can be supporter of religions. Comparing to the ancient times and now, I can say that in the ancient time women have low access in studying than men, but now women can have access on learning same as the men too. They can be lead, teach, and can be the leader. The gender role women's and men's in terms of business and economics. About men. So in the ancient time, man has a greater control in public and large-scale economic role. Most men are doing agriculture stuff like rice farming, and also has a trade and economic exchange between Angkor and China, like trading agricultural products, trading some craft and luxury stuff. And about women play a virtual behind the scenes role, especially in household economy and small trade. Example like local trade, like selling alcoholic drinks on the market. Mostly drinking was part of ceremony, festival, and even offering to God. They also have selling food, selling beef, pork, chicken, and can be selling some products like umbrella too. Gender roles were clearly divided, but both men and women were important to the success of Angkor economy.
Now I'm going to talk about my point is changes social structure from generation to generation.
Social structure refers to the way society is organized, how people live, work, and relate to each other. One key part of this is gender role, the different expectations placed on men and women. In other generation, Cambodian society follows strict tradition rule. In the past, men were expected to get formal education, work outside the house, become leader like bosses, officials, monks, etc. Women were expected to stay home, take care of the family, cooking, learn domestic skill, not academic subject, avoid leadership or high station job. And these all traditional gender rules. Today, gender rules are changing, especially in cities and among the younger generation. Women are going to school, working in officer, and even starting business. And men are starting to share family rules like helping with housework or parenting. We now see more of female teachers, doctors, lawyers, and even politicians, which was very real before. A historical example, Queen Liu Yi, we should remind that gender equality isn't new in Cambodia history. Her story reminds us that female leadership is a part of our culture and should be respected today too. For some like this, the social structure in Cambodia is changing from generation to generation, especially in terms of gender roles. Men and women are becoming more equal in education, job, and family responsibilities. But while we still need to work on changing attitudes, especially in traditional communities.
So right now the tour is tell us about the lifestyle of the people that live in the Asia. So this is how it goes.
น้ำมังกรทมปั้นแต่เนี่ยน่าช่วยยืมพอได้ก่อนนี้ตอบเช่นอะไรเคยตอบเช่นอะไรที่ปุ๊บมอดเลยปุ๊บมอดยืมเลยกูปั้นแต่กูมีกระเป๋าสอดในวิวนะนี่อะไรเคยตอบเช่นนี่คือจุดตอบเช่นปั้นจะหาทางMongol Chinese នៅពេលហ្នឹងគឺប្រទេសចិនគឺគ្រប់គ្រងដោយ Genghis Khan គឺតកូលមេដឹកនាំមង្គោលីគឺ Genghis Khan តោះនេះកូនអញ្ចឹងយើងធ្វើពីឥដ្ឋតែសារឥដ្ឋវាស្រួលជាងតែមុនដល់ពេលមុនពីពាក់កណ្ដាល10បកទៅក្រោយទៅគឺធ្វើតែពីឥដ្ឋតែសារឥដ្ឋវាស្រួលហើយយកអត់ទាន់ជាលើកថ្មអញ្ចឹងដំបូងអញ្ចឹងណានៅសាកលវិទ្យា10ដូចប្រទេសសីបានណាដំបូងនៅតែក្បឿងឈើឲ្យក្បឿងអស់ប៉ុន្តែក្រោយមកចាប់ដើមចេះលើកថ្មម្ដុំទៅគេដាក់ចេះម្ដុំដាក់កងចេះសងខាងទល់គ្នាគេចេះបានណាអញ្ចឹងអាហ្នឹងក៏ដូចជាអង្គរវត្តវិញដាក់អីគឺកម្មាដាក់អង្គនៅលើដៃស្ដាំហើយទូលស្អីនៅលើក្បាលទៀតហើយតែមិនគាត់ត្រូវការលំពេងពីព្រោះស្មាតមានស្ត្រីមួយចំនួនត្រូវបានរំលោភដោយសារគាត់ស្ត្រីចាំដែរអញ្ចឹងគាត់ក៏ត្រូវការលំពេងការពារដែរហើយគាត់ក៏តាមក្បួនណាក្បួនរបស់ប្រទេសនេះដែរណាអានេះគឺ
In conclusion, Bayon Temple and Bayon Temple stand as prominent example among the ancient temples that profoundly reflect on the past and meticulously preserve the rich history of Angkor period. They are invaluable resources, providing us with extensive and detailed information regarding gender roles of men and women in the ancient times. This includes insight into various aspects such as how the education was structured for both men and women, how the people from both gender conduct their business in economic, their religious practices and their beliefs, and the understanding of what their daily living lifestyles were like in those old times. Furthermore, these remarkable temples also gave us the insight on how the social structure has changed from the ancient times compared to the modern time. For me, it was such a remarkable experience having had the opportunity to explore the gender roles and social structure in the old times. Under the talented narrator, Mr. Yusupana, I have learned a lot on how the gender roles of men and women were like in the ancient times. What I was in great awe of was Her Highness Andra Devi and her sister Jairi Devi. Our Queen Andra Devi was known as Cambodia's first female poet. She was incredibly intelligent and skilled. Not only that, she was also the leader of learning, in which she took charge of the schools. She was dedicated to make sure women got an education. She was wise, caring, and clever. The fact that she was from 8 to 9 centuries ago, but her mindset was so modernized and progressive, was truly remarkable to me. She even looked out for all women, trying to make women as equal as men, making sure to give women an education, supporting women in any way possible that she could. She was so iconic, and I'm such a big fan.
Understanding how gender roles have evolved in Cambodian society, especially through the lens of culture, heritage, lifestyle, and social structure. Researching temple construction reminded me how men were traditionally involved in labor-intensive roles, while women often contributed to spiritual and spiritual means. By analyzing gender roles in education, business, religion, and daily life, I noticed both the resistance of traditional values and the growing shift toward gender equality. I also learned how social structure have changed across generations, where modern rules are more flexible compared to the past. Personally, I was inspired by the story of powerful women in history, such as Queen Liu Yi, Andra Devi, and Jai Devi. Their leadership, intelligence, and fluence show us that women have always played important role in shaping society. Working as a team helped me develop better collaboration and communication skills. It's of both different perspectives that enrich our understanding and make the final product stronger. This experience not only improve our academic knowledge but also encourage us to think critically about gender norms in our own.
For me, as I have gone to study trip, it's really fun and enjoyable. And I have explored some temples such as Bayon Temple, Bayon Temple, and we have learned their temple from Professor Subanya. What I can say is that the kings Jayavarman VII and his second wife Andra Devi is really doing a great job for the country. They have built a lot of temples, they have built people trust and help our people a lot on business, economics, education, find equal the gender between men and women, and find peace for people to live safely. Lastly, I really respectful and admire them to have such a crucial role or be a good model for people to look up at a time.
For me, learning about Angkor Wat and Bayon Temple helped me to understand how relation, history, and leadership were closely connected in ancient Cambodia. I was especially inspired by Princess Andra Devi, a wise and influential woman who helped promote Mahayana Buddhism. She is my role model because she showed that women can be strong, leader, scholar, and spiritual guide. Her story gives me confidence and inspires me to believe in my own voice and ability.
So last but not least, I'm really thankful to Teacher Panya to teach us at Angkor Temples, and to study genders at Angkor Temples with really excited moments, because we usually study genders in class, so when we study outside, like the feeling it so really different, and it provides meaningful lessons through which we can understand the social, cultural, and spiritual dynamics of ancient Khmer empires, and also Angkor as one of the greatest sites in Southeast Asia. And moreover, it gives you more knowledge about knowing and understand the roles men and women more. And finally, study genders at Angkor is not only about histories. It is about understanding the foundations of identity, respect, and balance in civilizations that continue to influence Cambodia cultures. And I hope you enjoyed these videos, and thank you for watching.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh my goodness.